You don't feel tired, you feel drained. And no matter how much you rest, it doesn't seem to go away. Not after sleep, not after time alone, not even after doing nothing at all. And that's what makes it confusing, because you're not overworked. You're not doing more than everyone else. And yet, you feel like your energy is constantly low, like something is slowly taking it from you. And the hardest part is, you don't fully understand why. You wake up with less energy than you expected. Simple conversations feel heavier than they should. Being around people sometimes leaves you feeling exhausted, even if nothing bad happened. No argument, no conflict, just a quiet kind of fatigue. And over time, you start asking yourself a question: why do I feel like this all the time? But what if the answer has nothing to do with your physical energy and everything to do with your emotional environment? Because feeling drained is rarely random. It's often a signal, a quiet one, that something in your life is costing you more energy than you realize. Not all exhaustion is physical, some of it is emotional. And emotional exhaustion is much harder to notice because it doesn't happen all at once. It builds slowly, through small, almost invisible moments. Being around people who don't really listen, conversations where you feel like you're just reacting instead of being yourself. Situations where you feel slightly uncomfortable, but not enough to say anything. Moments where something feels off, but you ignore it. Individually, these moments seem small, almost irrelevant. But over time, they accumulate, and they begin to change how you feel. There are certain dynamics that quietly drain your energy, not because they are dramatic, but because they are constant. People who take more than they give. People who create tension without resolving it. People who make you second-guess yourself without saying anything directly. And the most dangerous part is, this kind of drain is subtle. You don't notice it immediately, but your nervous system does. It keeps track of everything, every uncomfortable moment, every time you suppress what you really feel, every time you adjust yourself to keep things smooth. And over time, your body starts responding. Not with pain, but with fatigue. Because fatigue is often the body's way of saying, this is too much. Even if your mind hasn't caught up yet, this is why you can feel drained, even when nothing bad is happening. Because the drain is not in the obvious moments. It's in the quiet ones, the ones you don't question. And this is where it becomes difficult to understand. Because from the outside, your life might look completely normal. You're functioning, you're social, you're doing what you're supposed to do, but internally, something feels off. And most people ignore that feeling because it's easier to doubt yourself than to question your environment. You tell yourself, I'm just tired. I need more rest. I'm probably overthinking. But what if you're not? What if your mind is actually picking up on something real? Over time, something subtle begins to happen. You start holding things in, not because you want to, but because it feels easier. You don't say what bothers you. You don't express what you need. You don't react the way you naturally would. And that takes energy, a lot of energy. Because every time you suppress something, your brain has to manage it. It has to store it, process it, carry it, and that constant internal effort becomes exhausting. This is what people often misunderstand about feeling drained. And this is where something even more subtle begins to happen. You start disconnecting from yourself. Not completely, just in small ways. You ignore how you feel. You override your instincts. You stay in conversations longer than you want to. You say yes when your body's already saying no. And at first, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But over time, this creates an internal conflict because one part of you knows what you need, while another part keeps ignoring it. And that tension takes energy more than you realize, because now your mind is not only dealing with the outside world, it's also managing what's happening inside you. And that double layer of processing you becomes exhausting. You're not just responding to people anymore. You're constantly adjusting yourself, monitoring yourself, filtering yourself. And that quiet self-control drains you in ways that are hard to notice. Until one day, even being around people you like feels like too much. They think it comes from doing too much, but very often, it comes from holding too much in. Unspoken thoughts, unexpressed emotions, unmet needs. All of it requires energy, even if you're not aware of it. And the longer this continues, the more your system begins to change. You become less responsive, less engaged, less present. Not because you don't care, but because your energy is being preserved. This is not laziness. This is not weakness. This is your nervous system trying to protect you. There's also another layer to this, one that most people never consider. Sometimes you feel drained not because of what is happening, but because of what you expect will happen. You anticipate tension, you anticipate discomfort, you anticipate having to adjust yourself. And that anticipation alone costs energy because your brain is preparing, constantly scanning, constantly adjusting, and that state is exhausting. Even neutral situations start to feel heavy. Conversations feel forced, silence feels uncomfortable, and slowly, you stop feeling relaxed around people, even if nothing obvious is wrong. And that's the moment where something important has already changed. Because relationships are not meant to feel like effort. They are meant to feel like ease, like safety, like a place where you don't have to think about every word you say. And when that feeling disappears, your body notices, even if you don't. There's also something else that makes this even more confusing. Not everyone who drains you is a bad person. In fact, some of them might be people you genuinely care about. Friends, family, people you've known for years. And that's what makes it harder to recognize, because the drain is not always about who they are, but about how you feel around them. You might feel like you have to explain yourself more, defend yourself more, be more careful with what you say. And even if those moments are small, they change the emotional tone of the interaction. It no longer feels effortless. It starts to feel managed. And once a relationship feels like something you have to manage, instead of something you can relax in, it slowly becomes exhausting, not all at once, but gradually, until your body starts associating that person with tension instead of comfort. And that shift alone can drain more energy than any physical activity ever could. So instead of asking, "Why am I always so tired?" a better question might be, "Where do I feel like I can't fully be myself?" Because that's often where your energy's going. Not into what you're doing, but into managing how you exist. And once you start seeing that, things begin to make more sense. You start noticing patterns, certain people, certain environments, certain situations that leave you feeling drained, and others that don't. And that difference is not random, because energy is not just physical, it's emotional, it's psychological, it's relational. And when those parts are out of balance, your energy reflects it. So maybe the problem is not that you're constantly tired. Maybe the problem is you've been in situations that slowly drain you without you realizing it. And once you become aware of that, you can start changing it. Not all at once, not dramatically, just gradually. By paying attention to how you feel around certain people, by noticing what drains you and what doesn't, by allowing yourself to step back instead of pushing through everything. Because sometimes feeling drained is not your body failing you. It's your mind trying to protect you.